I one thing I did know, and I think anyone that ever competed against me or trained with me, or even our training group alone, we trained harder than anyone in the world. And as I said, I've trained with some of the best coaches, the best trainers, the best athletes in the world, and hands down, we trained our butts off. And I think that was one of my best attributes, was the fact that I was able to absorb a lot of work and stay reasonably injury-free for a long period of time. The thing that broke down the most for me was my skeletal system, my bones. So I had more stress fractures than I had soft tissue injuries, and that was probably the biggest problem. But it is a hard thing thinking about the 10 seconds, but you also know if you don't do every little bit of it, that 1%, and I know the 1% is a really interesting analogy for a lot of sports, but 1%, so I break this down for kids, for corporates, whoever. If I improved 1% in my top 3 races, and including the semi-final at the Sydney Olympic Games, not only would I make it through to that semi-final, I would have finished on the podium with a 1% improvement on that race.
Wow.
And that's what you put it down to. So you think, if I miss 1% of this session, is that 1% going to accumulate to be the failure 1% that won't get me across the line that little bit faster?
Extraordinary thing to try and compute. Thankfully, in 98, it did go, at the time, I guess, in terms of expectations, as well as it could have possibly gone for you.